As Chris Wallace will host the highly anticipated first presidential debate between President Donald Trump and Democratic nominee Joe Biden.
Joining us today to talk about what to expect tonight is UW-Madison American politics, political science professor, political scientist Ken Mayer. Hi, Ken. Good to see you.
Good to see you again.
Good to see you, too. It's been a while.
Yeah, it has been. Good, really good to talk to you. Big night, exciting night. This is sort of like the Super Bowl for political scientists like yourself, isn't it?
Well, the interesting thing is that other than the Super Bowl, this is the most watched television program in the country. I've seen estimates that it could be up to 100 million people watching it. So it'd be an opportunity for the candidates to appear side by side and talk to the public. So it should be quite fascinating.
Yeah, huge audience, a lot of interest in this race. What do each candidate have to do tonight?
Well, so the president is behind by all the available evidence, and so he is the one that has to do something to shake up the race. He has so far not found a way to attack Biden in any way that allows him to go beyond his base. The New York Times story yesterday about his income taxes certainly will come up, and I think Biden's goal is just to, just look presidential. There are a lot of things floating around about the different strategies, and that Trump is going to try to get under Biden's skin by talking about his family. And I know there's a tendency to watch these with basically you cheer your guy on and hope the other guy does something stupid. But it will be a sense to do a side-by-side comparison for the first time.
Who do you think has the higher stakes going into tonight?
Well, the stakes are different. Biden is the one who is ahead, really has to avoid any major flubs. Trump has really, as the one who's behind, he really does need to try to do something. The evidence shows that debates are rarely decisive. In 2016, the polls and sort of the commentariat all had Clinton winning all four of the debates, and it didn't matter. And if we think about the history of presidential debates going all the way back to 1960, what we remember is not so much the substance of the debate, but there are classic moments. Reagan's "Are you better off now than you were 4 years ago?" Dukakis looking like a robot, or George Bush checking his watch. And there actually aren't that many undecided voters. Most of the polls show that 95% of voters are certain to vote for their candidate. So it'll be a function of who can reach out to those undecided voters.
So historically, it doesn't make that much of a difference, the debates, in terms of the electoral vote?
Not really. I mean, you can get a small shift in public opinion, but other than perhaps 1980 with Reagan, although there were other things that were going on that were going to work in his favor even without the debates, and perhaps Dukakis in 1988, they really have not been what the evidence would show is decisive in upending the race. And you can see a little bit of that in the Democratic debates through the primaries, where some candidates would rise and fall, including Kamala Harris, who had a dramatic moment in the first debate going after Biden, but she wasn't able to turn that into sustained support. Again, with so few voters undecided, it's sort of hard to envision circumstances in which, absent something truly dramatic, that this is going to fundamentally change the dynamics of the race.
Just like the Super Bowl, cheer on your favorite team or candidate in this case.
Well, that's basically it. We all tend to assimilate new information based on our priors, and I'm actually having some students told that the assignment is they need to watch the debate like they're an extraterrestrial in the absence of these priors, and see what they notice.
Can we audit your class tomorrow? That would be a fascinating conversation.
Sure. So this is teaching a class on presidential debates. It's been a lot of fun teaching it with Brady Williamson in the law school. I mean, it's really interesting to think about the law of debates and the history, and compare what we're seeing now back to even the Lincoln Douglas debates in 1858. There's a long tradition in American political history.
8 o'clock tonight on every channel everywhere. Ken Myers, thanks for being with us today.
Ken, great
My
to see you.
pleasure.
Thank you so much.